It's time for the Instigator, the in-your-face hockey podcast that is loaded with controversy and criticism. This hockey talk rant will spark your hockey thoughts and opinions. When controversy happens in the hockey world, the Instigator is there to fire off their opinion. You may agree, but you just might wholeheartedly disagree. That's what brings you back. Get ready for in-your-face hockey talk and controversy. The Instigator is hosted by Burud and is a production of Inside Edge Hockey News Radio.
Gulak's got the puck again. Gulak thought he had one last night. Taking off the boards. Here comes Barkov. Broken in. Barkov in there. What a goal by Barkov! That will be on the highlight reel all month long.
It is time for another episode of the Instigator Hockey Podcast, episode number 24. Recorded on January 21st, 2019. I am the host, Brad Burud, and today on the show we talk about why is the league okay with a constant low attendance in Florida? Why is the attendance so low in Florida? I'm not sure why this makes me so mad seeing all these empty seats in the arena night after night, but maybe because I'd like to be in those seats every night. I love going to NHL games live, and to have the opportunity to be able to go, I think fan bases should take advantage of that. I know there's other variables that play factors in that. But man, fill these seats, guys. You want to keep this team, you need to fill this rink. And why is the league okay with year after year having empty seats in Florida? And how is that owner okay with hemorrhaging money on this every year? Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. A big thanks goes out to our sponsor, One Timer Hockey. Great websites where you can get great hockey-themed t-shirts. Order yours today at teespring.com, One-Timer Hockey.
InsideEdgeHockeyNews.com, your inside source for interviews with players and members of the hockey world. InsideEdgeHockeyNews.com.
Okay, Florida Panthers, I am picking on you in this episode. And I apologize to start off to the fans who truly have supported this team. The sad thing is there just isn't enough of you. I've become so frustrated this year, and I have in other years, and I know I've talked about this on past shows and everything, but I've noticed a lot over the last couple weeks how the seats every single night in Florida, no matter who they play, are empty. They are plain empty. Now you look at where Florida sits in the attendance factor. They're averaging 13,294. That's 69.1% of their arena capacity. I'm not even buying that though. Here's the deal. Look at the pictures. Look at the video. There's no way. There's no way there's 13,000 people there. I'd say more like 6,000, 8,000 tops, and I think I'm being generous. I don't know who reports these. I don't know if corporates are buying them and not using them or what it is. I'm sure Florida's got 50 trillion excuses on that. I wish the league announced actual in the seats attendance instead of paid attendance. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for the team. It's embarrassing for the league. If I was a player, it would piss me off. Every young hockey player dreams of playing in a market where it's rocking every night at the rink. And you've got 18,000 screaming fans ready to go watch you play. Instead of coming out for warm-ups and literally hundreds of people there during warm-ups. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Florida constantly sits at the low end of the spectrum, bottom three teams in the National Hockey League for attendance. What I don't understand is how are other teams' owners in a league that has revenue sharing, why are other owners putting up with this? And more importantly, why is the NHLPA putting up with this when their salary structure and their salary cap is based on hockey-related revenue? Well, one of the most prevalent hockey-related revenues is attendance and ticket sales. Florida's just not filling the seats. They never have. Yes, they say, well, in the playoff runs, we really fill the seats. Well, you know what? Attendance in the playoffs is not when you dictate how successful attendance is. You're damn right you should fill the playoffs. Every team in every professional sport should fill their arenas for the playoffs. My goodness. The real test, though, is when you struggle. And Florida's done a lot of that. But you know what? Florida's had a few good teams. A couple of years ago, that was a good hockey team. And they figured out a way to mess that up. I'll tell you what, I don't understand why nobody goes. Florida has always been known in professional sports for being poor at supporting their teams. And if that's the case, I'm sorry, diehard Florida Panthers fans, but you don't deserve a team. You got to be able to put together your market to be at the arena. Vinny Viola's the owner, very rich man. But here's one thing I don't understand. Rich men don't get rich making bad investments. I don't know how this can be justified as a good investment. I know they have a real good arena deal. But still. Come on, NHL. Stand up to this. Figure this out. Talk to the ownership group. You can't force teams to move, but holy cow. The image this sets for the league is not good. Now trade deadline comes and it's time to move some players out probably. But the talk is they're shuffling players to bring in Panarin and Bobrovsky. Two saviors that are going to come into Florida. I often wonder if this is Vinny Viola's last-ditch effort to bring in a couple stars, get this team over the hump, put them in as a playoff team in the future. They're two superstars that should draw fans. Is this his one last-ditch effort at saying, all right, if the fans don't come when I'm putting out two superstars like this, along with another great superstar that's extremely underrated because he plays in Florida, and that's Alexander Barkov. He's a single reason I watch a lot of Florida Panthers games. The guy's dynamic. Him himself is worth a seat of admission, price of admission. I don't know. Is Panarin and Bobrovsky to Florida going to happen? And is that ownership's final last straw at trying to pull together a fan base? Because right now, empty seats are more prevalent in Florida than fans.
Inside Edge Hockey News. Dropping the gloves. And stirring the pot.
Thanks for listening to this episode of The Instigator, brought to you by One Timer Hockey. Hockey t-shirts for hockey fans. Check out InsideEdgeHockeyNews.com for all your hockey news. Follow us on all forms of social media. And most importantly, download The Instigator on your favorite podcatcher. We can be found on Spreaker, SoundCloud, iTunes, iHeart, YouTube, and Spotify. Thank you for listening. Enjoy this week's hockey action, and always voice your hockey opinions.
Thanks for listening to The Instigator. Check back for future episodes or download the show on your favorite podcatcher. Keep up to date with all the hockey news at Inside Edge Hockey News. And check us out on all forms of social media. Until next rant, take care and enjoy the hockey action.
This has been a production of Inside Edge Hockey News Radio, copyrighted and distributed by the Inside Edge Hockey Media Group.